This is a message for Kyler Murray fans everywhere out there. Now, after the loss to the Seahawks that the Cardinals sustained on Sunday, there's been a lot of fans coming out of the woodwork, or I'd like to call them fans, who are coming out of the woodwork and saying things like, oh, we would have won with Kyler Murray. How are those Jacoby Brissett fans feeling now? How are we feeling about the Kyler Murray situation now? I feel exactly the same about the Kyler Murray situation now, and let me tell you why. If for any reason I needed to explain this again to you guys, it's been so bad that I've even gotten into arguments on YouTube and Facebook with people who really seem to think that Kyler is still the better option at quarterback, that he's still the quarterback that should be taking the Cardinals into the future. Look, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and you're welcome to have it if you'd like, but a lot of these fans are getting to a point of being absolutely obnoxious, and I'm calling out all of Cardinals Nation right now. It is absolutely ridiculous, and it needs to stop. So here I am. I'm going to explain this for you today in this video so that even Kyler Murray fans can understand it, okay? So listen good. In the 4 games since Jacoby Brissett became the starting quarterback this season for the Arizona Cardinals, he has thrown for 320, 279, 261, and 258 yards with 2 passing touchdowns in all 4 of those games. He has only thrown 1 interception in all 4 of those games. That is an 8 touchdown to 1 interception ratio since he has become the quarterback. Jacoby has basically thrown for 260 plus yards and 2 touchdowns in all 4 games he started. In Kyler Murray's last 33 games, he only has 2 games with performances like that. Trey McBride, you know, your #1 target on offense, had only 1 touchdown through the first 5 games of the year with Kyler Murray. He has 5 receiving touchdowns in the last 4 games with Jacoby Brissett. It's almost like a taller quarterback can see his targets. Marvin Harrison Jr., 1.5 years into his career, has finally hit a career high in receptions with Jacoby Brissett at a meager 7 receptions against the Cowboys when he got the 96 yards receiving. When he was with Kyler for the first 5 games of the year, I didn't even know if they were on the same page. I don't think they knew what was up, down, left, and right. Because if Harrison ran a slant route, Murray was throwing for the deep route. If Harrison ran a deep route, Murray was throwing for the drag route. And these two never seemed like they were on the same page. Didn't you have an entire 2 off seasons to work together to figure this out? Oh, but let's get into more of the miscues, Kyler Murray fans. Let's get into more of the miscues with the center. Kyler Murray has fumbled the ball because it has either hit him in the face or gone over his head so many times in his career, it is becoming mind-numbing for me. But when I tried to explain that to one of you guys on social media, you guys just weren't having it. You said I was just giving opinions instead of facts and logic. Well, here's the facts. The Cardinals offense is scoring more points per game, having more yards per game, and having more passing yards per game with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback than with Kyler Murray at quarterback. Even in the loss last week to the Seahawks, it seemed like the team was on the same page with one another a little bit more, and if you take away the 2 scooping scores, as stupid as they were, this is a lot closer of a game than you think it would be. But if we're going to dwell on the 2 scooping scores where Jacoby got the ball stripped when he was about to pass the ball, the Cardinals also did that to Sam Darnold once in the game as well. So it's almost like it can happen to any quarterback, and maybe the offensive line was really struggling against the Seahawks this week. I will say the offensive line has been struggling for Kyler Murray also, but instead of scrambling out of the pocket and then throwing the ball away, Jacoby tries to throw the ball downfield, which I appreciate more as a Cardinals fan who wants to see the ball being thrown downfield with effectiveness rather than a quarterback who's going to play backyard football the whole game. And let's get into a little bit of opinion now. It's not even the stats, it's the aura. The team works together. Everything flows so much nicer with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback, and I guarantee you as we go throughout the rest of this season, we're going to see that even more. Everyone is so hung up on this loss against the Seahawks, they cannot look at the past 3 games against the Colts where we almost won, the Packers where we almost won. 2 of the best teams in the league. The Packers, a little bit iffy right now. And then the way we dismantled the Cowboys. Oh yeah, well the Cowboys aren't good this year. Well then good, we should have performed that way against the Cowboys, but I guarantee you that Kyler Murray would have found a way to give up after the first half and make that game really close, just like we did against the Saints and just like we did against the Panthers in the first 2 weeks of the season, where the offense disappeared in the second half. Where's the leadership, Kyler Murray? Where's that spark, that drive to help your offense keep scoring points in the second half when it matters most? Apparently Kyler Murray fans can't understand that. We beat one of the worst teams in the NFL and the Panthers in the first 2 weeks of the season, and Kyler Murray fans can't get over the fact that we won those 2 games with him. We've won 1 more game this season with Kyler Murray than with Jacoby Brissett. It is exhausting, guys. Do you see Jacoby Brissett rolling his eyes when things go bad? Do you see him going pouting on the sidelines? No, you see him cool, calm, and collected. He goes back out there like a quarterback should. He has a short-term memory, and he wipes the memory clean every time he goes back out on the field. Trey McBride has 32 catches in his last 5 games for 5 touchdowns. He's gone for 72 yards, 74 yards, 55 yards, and 127 yards in the last 4 games. Do you think he wants Kyler Murray to come back onto the field? Do you think that Marvin Harrison Jr., now that he's finally looking like an actual NFL receiver with Jacoby Brissett, you think he wants Kyler Murray to come back on the field? I don't think think so, Kyler Murray fans? Again, I'm not saying Jacoby is the answer. I'm saying the offense runs completely better with Jacoby this season, and apparently 7 years is not enough for Kyler Murray fans to make them think that we should be done with him. Most teams are done with a quarterback experiment in 2 or 3 years, yet we've been sitting here for 7 years waiting for a playoff win, 7 years waiting for a second playoff appearance. And even if the Cardinals end up losing with Jacoby Brissett, who cares? Who cares? We get a better draft position. We get a better chance to pick a higher ranked quarterback in the April draft. Do you want to wait another decade for Kyler Murray to win us a playoff game? Or are you just interested in having him forever for the rest of his career? So we can be like, oh, we had Kyler Murray. Oh, do the little thing where he crosses his legs and does the little thing with his hands. I don't know. A few games back, while Kyler Murray was throwing MHJ the ball and he was dropping it a lot, the camera showed Jacoby Brissett going over there and cheering him up and trying to lift his spirits while he was pretty much in the worst spot he has ever been mentally in his career. Did you see Kyler Murray going over there? No, you didn't see that. It's very clear that Kyler Murray has a giant ego and is more interested in doing things like playing Call of Duty than making sure he is the best quarterback at his job. And I don't blame him. He's getting the bag from the Arizona Cardinals. He's already getting all the money he wants. He could retire and be happy for the rest of his life. This whole debate is fatiguing, and I really hope you show this to your friends so we can continue the conversation in the comments, because I guarantee you this has just triggered plenty of people, and they're going to be down in the comments below having a nice conversation about how Kyler Murray is the best quarterback ever and we should definitely give him another chance. Here's what I think we should do. I think we should ride with Jacoby for the end of the season. If we win, great. If we lose, great. At least the offense feels like it's running a little bit more smoothly than with Kyler Murray, and the offense is still productive in the second half than when Kyler Murray is quarterback and nothing happens in the second half. I think we should ride with Brissett, ride or die till the end of the season, and we need to draft another quarterback in this year's draft. There are so many good quarterbacks in college football right now. We just need to pick one of those guys and try our best to see what we can do with him. And please, for the love of everything on this green planet, let him not be 5'10" like I am and like Kyler Murray is. I beg of you, get a tall quarterback this time. Now, I'm not here to tell you that Jacoby Brissett is the answer, but I am so sick and tired of hearing that Kyler Murray is the answer from all of these delusional Cardinals fans. When Kyler Murray leaves the Cardinals, I will throw a party in his honor, and at that party, I will wish him success at whatever team in football he ends up being on, or whatever team in baseball he ends up being on. But I sure as heck hope he does not play for the Cardinals ever again. Thank you very much for the love and support. Subscribing is free, so please do it to help the channel continue to grow. We've been at it for 3 months. We're at 172 subscribers as of the time of this video, and I love your faces, whether or not you're a delusional Kyler Murray fan or a Jacoby Brissett fan at this current moment. I'm currently on the Jacoby train, unlike every other Arizona Cardinals channel on YouTube. Hey, and if you're even not a Cardinals fan, welcome in. Please subscribe to the channel. I post about other NFL teams as well. But until then, all I have left to say is have a great day. Go Cardinals, and bye-bye.